everybody, welcome back to my channel. I thought it was about time I announced this officially on my YouTube channel. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have already seen a lot about this, but I have some very exciting news. I've recently launched my very first summer camp product and I'm really excited to share with you what it is because there is nothing like this anywhere at the moment. So, introducing to you the American Summer Camp Journal. This is something that I've wanted to create for such a long time because when I was at camp, I'd buy a notepad or a bullet journal and spend so long before camp prepping it, doing little drawings of like my packing list and bucket lists and mood trackers, and it would just take so long. And the funnest part was always actually just filling it out. So I literally took one of my old camp journals and I made it into a proper real life journal that you can now buy. I thought it would be nice to do a little flip through for you so you could see what exactly is in the journal and if you fancy giving it a go. Firstly, a moment for the cover because I just love it. It's linen and it has this gold foil on the front and it's got little like stars. It's very subtle but it looks like a little starry night and I absolutely love it. As you open it up, you've got your little "This Book Belongs to You" page, which has a space for your phone number and address just in case someone finds it and it needs returning. Then you move on to the sort of pre-camp section, so you've got a space for all of your camp details and even a little map to colour in which state you'll be visiting. You have your main mood tracker, which is usually the time that you'll be leading up to going to camp. You just assign a colour for each mood, so you've got happy, excited, neutral, anxious, tired, angry, stressed, upset and homesick, and then you find the day and you just colour it in whatever colour you're feeling. This has to be one of my favourite pages because I don't know why, I've just got a thing about raccoons at camp. I just think they're so cute and all of the stuff that you colour in around it is little bits of rubbish and like junk food. It's so cute. We actually had a raccoon at our camp called Fat Norm. You would see this big old fat raccoon and every time you did you just knew that was Fat Norm. Then you have the travel checklist because there is a lot of stuff to remember, some of which if you forget you won't be allowed into the country. Then there's the all important packing list. It's got all of my recommendations of what you should bring, but also some extra spots to pop in anything extra that you want to bring. As we're getting closer to camp, you've got a page for all of your flight details, and this page is literally identical to the one I drew in my own journal because, I don't know, I just thought it was cool, obviously. So you can put all of your ticket information here, the date, airports, the times, the flight numbers, the airlines, everything like that, and you've got a little bit for notes at the bottom as well. Next up, a shopping list, and this is actually stuff that you want to buy when you're in America because there's a lot of things that you maybe might not want to pack but you need to buy once you get there, so I thought that's just really handy. And then it's time to get journaling. You've got your travelling to camp section. Travelling to camp is honestly a whole experience in itself sometimes, so you've got plenty of space to journal about that whole journey. You get a bucket list and I've got a couple of recommendations in here for you, including things like making s'mores, the classic summer camp stuff that you have to do, and of course you've got a huge list for yourself to fill out. You might fill this out before you fly, you might fill it out once you get to camp, or you might do a bit of both because when you get to camp you kind of realise, oh, that looks cool, I want to try that before I go. So I didn't want to guess this for you. Each camp is different, everyone has different goals, so this is something really exciting that you can fill out. And just like that, it's June. This is when most people go to camp, if you're doing the full kind of camp stint. And this June mood tracker is some s'mores with all little marshmallows poking out. I think it's so cute, very camp.
Very demure, very mindful.
And you've got some more space for your training week, also known as OSB. So I won't go through all of the actual diary entry pages, but you have got travelling to camp, you've got your training week, and then you've got weeks 1 to 11. It's worth also pointing out in the top corner here, you have a little date tracker and you can tick what weekday it's on. At the end of every week, you have a little page to stick all of your momentums down, so it gives that bit more of a scrapbooky vibe, stickers you might like, any photos you might print out, any receipts, any mementos. You've got week 1 through to 3 journaling, and then you've got the July mood tracker. Of course we had to do a little July 4th illustration here, and you colour in all of the fireworks, which is really cute. All of the illustrations in this journal were done by the very talented Kerry M. French. She's Squish Designs on Instagram, super talented, so I'm just in love with all of the illustrations in here. They're so personal to camp. So you've got week 4 through to 6 diary entries, and then this is another one of my favourite pages. It's a summer playlist, and you can add to this as you go because obviously all throughout camp you're gonna be getting favourite songs and songs that remind you of camp. I still have so many songs from my first year at camp where I hear it come on and I immediately think of camp, and those are the kind of songs you want to pop on here. It's also nice because sometimes you forget those songs, and if you ever want to get in a nostalgic mood or reminisce on camp, you can just come back to the summer playlist and listen to those songs that you kind of forgot about. Then you've got the August mood tracker, and this is inspired by sort of beachcombing by the lake. You've got some little shells and sea glass in there, which is really cute. And then this week, 7 through 11, and you've finished camp, and it's really sad, and I expect to see some little teardrops. But it's also the perfect time for reflections. I'm a strong believer in the fact that your time at camp or the effects of camp don't truly finish when camp does, because reflecting on your time there and just growing from that experience honestly just lasts a long time. So we have a little reflection page here, well, a few actually. There's stuff like talking about your favourite moments, what you found challenging, doodling your favourite memory, and also talking about the people you met at camp. And then this, again, one of my favourites. I just love it all, obviously, because I made it. But it's a people to remember, so it's your closest friends from camp, and you can doodle them in the little Polaroid pictures boxes and then just write their name at the bottom. I thought that was really cute. Maybe just don't show people this page because I don't want to offend anyone. And lastly, I know it's very old school, but just the staying in touch page. Do you remember when you were younger and you'd have a little address book, and you know, you'd go on your school leavers or school trip or something like that, and you'd get everyone's name and phone number and email address? I still love those days. Not quite like that anymore, but there's still a space for people's names, phone number and social handles because we're growing with the time. And then you've reached the end of the American Summer Camp Journal. Let me know if you think I've missed anything in the journal that would have been a good addition. I mean, I think I pretty much covered it all. Yeah, I'm really proud of it, and I hope you like the look of it. If you do, click on the link below and you can get one for yourself for next year maybe. It's also worth mentioning that I have partnered with Camp New York, and we are doing a giveaway where you can win one of these journals, some Camp New York merch and a free place at Camp New York next year, which is really exciting. So I'll link that down below as well if you want to take a look at the competition on Instagram. And that's about it. That's all I've got to say, and I will see you next time. Bye!